Hello everyone, welcome back to my videos. I am Sunanda, CSC department from G. Pullareddy Engineering College. This video mainly deals with social engineering technique, one of the cyber attack. Let's see in detail about the social engineering. So here the definition mainly leads to it's like gaining sensitive information or unauthorized access privileges by building inappropriate trust relationship with the insiders. So it's nothing but an art of exploiting the trust relationship with the people, which is not doubted while speaking in a normal manner, but through the speaking he will be asking different set of the questions, and from the answers that is being given to him he will gain whatever the information he want. So the goal of social engineering is to fool someone into providing valuable information or access to that information. So here he will first set some trusty relationship with the people he want to take a revenge, and he will do different set of the activities by maintaining the trust relationship with that particular person, and after that he will get whatever the information he want, then he will perform the attack on that particular person. So the sign of truly successful social engineers is that they receive information without any doubt. So calling a user pretending to be someone from the help desk working on an internet issue, the attacker then proceeds to ask questions about what the user is working on, what file shares he uses, what his password is, and so on. So classification of the social engineering technique, so it can be performed either human based or computer based. In the human base, which mainly refers to person interaction to get the required information, calling the help desk and trying to find out the password is an example of a human-based social engineering technique. Another example is impersonating an employee or a valid user is the greatest technique used by the social engineers to deceive the people. And the next one is posing as an important user. Attacker pretends to be an important user like CEO or higher level manager who needs immediate assistance to gain access to the system. Using the third person, attacker pretends to have permission from an unauthorized source to use the system. And then the next one is a calling technical support. Help desk and the technical support employees are trained to help users, which make good prey for social engineering attacks. And the next one is a shoulder sniffing technique of gathering information using username and the passwords by watching over the person's shoulders while the user logs into the system, thereby helping an attacker to gain access to the system. And the next one, this is a best example, a message that is being sent as a message. The attacker will send a message as if it is being sent from the CEO asking some immediate wire transfer. So whenever the victim sees this particular message, it's from CEO, so he just replies to this through the reply mail. Whatever the data that is being sent will be used by an attacker to perform a social engineering technique on that particular victim. And next one is a dumpster diving, which involves looking the trash for information written on the pieces of the paper or computer printouts. So here mainly in the organizations he can get an information like the plans, design, or some of the whatever the paperwork that is being done relating to the projects or the products that the organization is going to release. This is a typical North Indian term, North American term. So it's also called as a dumpstering, binning, trashing, garbing, or garbage cleaning. These are the different terms used for the dumpster diving. So this is an example. So he can get passwords from the dumpster diving. He can get some access codes or organizational charts. He can gain some calendars. He can gain from the dumpsters like network or application diagrams, credit card receipts, expense reports, phone numbers, printed emails, and some names or any other phone numbers that are being dumpstered. Alright, so this entails combining through someone else's trash to find treasures, or in tech world, discarded sensitive information that could be used in an illegal manner. Information that should be securely discarded includes, but it's not limited to. So here, whatever the data that we throw in a dustbins, it has to be either completely damaged. That means we have to tear the paper into small pieces. Either we have to burn it, or we have to just make in such a way that even if he attaches all those pieces, he should not understand what has been written on the paper. Right? So the threat actors pay close attention to the following. He will just comes to the attacker will mainly concentrate on the victim's posture or the body language. So when the attacker asks or pose a question to the victim, what he is saying, so he will be keeping an observation on what the victim is saying on his gesture. So what type of the signs he is doing with his hands, what is the posture he is standing with, and what are all the facial expressions he is giving while answering the question, that will be observed by the attacker. The appearance of the victim's complexion, such as a victim's face color becoming pale or red, that means whether the question is making him an angry or he is with a peace, that can be known based upon this victim's complexion. So he comes to know the victim's color face, either it is becoming a pale or red. So if a person is angry with that, means he doesn't want to share that information. So if a person is very peace and comfort to answer, that means the particular answer is not having any that much secured information. Like that, based upon that, the attacker comes to know. And also he comes to know, he used to observe the direction of the victim's heads and eyes. So whether he is nodding correctly, whether he is observing someone else, whether he is having a direct eye contact. So based upon eye contact, if a person is having a direct eye contact and answering, that means whatever the answer he is giving is a very genuine answer. So that mainly help the attacker to comes to know whether he is saying a genuine answer or not. And he will be observing the movement of the victim's hands and the feet, how he is being posed with. So what are all the gestures he is giving, so that can be observed. He just observes some mouth and the lip expressions, whether he is angry with the answers he is giving, or whether he is very soft while telling the answer, that also will be observed. That means the pitch and the rate of the victim's voice, as well as the changes in the voice, will also be observed by the attacker. A keen observation will be done by the attacker on the victim. So the victim's words, including their length, number of syllables, as well as dysfunctions and the pauses that he is using, all will be observed by the attacker. Next one is a computer-based social engineering. So it's an attempt to get the required or the desired information by using computer software or internet. So sending a fake email is an example. So to ensure and asking the user to re-enter the password in the web page to confirm it. Fake emails. The attacker sends a fake emails to the numerous users in such a way that users finds it as an legitimate mail. So user, the victim might be thinking it's a normal mail, so he will be replying back to that mail using some set of the information that is being asked in the mail. So this information will be taken by the attacker, right? So it's an attempt to attract the network users or the netizens to reveal their sensitive personal information, like banks, financial institutes, and the payment gateways or the common targets. This is a best example. Here he will be using some set of the sentences that can attract the particular victim, right? So he will be asking different set of the information, like for resetting the password or the resetting some account details. All those will be asked. Next, this is how the fake mails will be generated. It's one of the website which might be used by the attacker to generate the fake emails, and using these fake emails he will be sending the mails to the victim to ask some information from the victim. Next is the email attachments are used to send a malicious code to the victim's system, which will automatically get executed. So here the attacker concentrates on the attachments that will be sent through the mail. He will send the malicious links to the victim, so that when he click on that link, automatically redirected to the malicious website, or some malicious softwares get downloaded on the system that make the system to crash. Right? So viruses, trojans, and worms are included cleverly into the attachments to attract the victim to open the attachment. Next, he will be using some pop-up windows. He will generate some pop-up windows which also used in similar manner to the email attachments. Pop-up windows with the special offers or the free stuff can encourage to a user to unintentionally install malicious software. He just posts some pop-up windows with some discounts that to attract the victims or victim relatives or some women so that based upon the details, they are based upon the discount, so the victim will be redirected to some web page. There it will be asking different set of information along with the account details that will be filled by the victim, and those information will be sent back to the attacker. Now the attacker will get access to the account of the victim, so that whatever the operations he want, he can perform. Right? So this is an example of sending some mail attachments through the mail. Right? So here whenever we click on this, please, it's a mail, so like asking some technical services. To get started, just click on it and follow the instructions on your screen. So this, whenever he click on this particular download form, and it has mentioned like to follow some of the instructions that are mentioned. So this instruction has been sent to all the bank customers and it's obligatory to follow. Thank you for your cooperation. Whenever someone sees it's like came from the particular bank, so we will be clicking and we will be opening that form and we will fill it and we reply back. So within that particular, we will be giving all the information about the account, our PIN number, our date on which we have opened the account, what are all the details mentioned in the form will be filled, and it might be sent to reply to this particular mail. Right? So before opening these types of the mails, we have to cross check whether this type of the mail ID is available or not, whether this type of the mail is within the website or not, we have to check. And while downloading this particular link, we have to cross check what all the details is being asked within it, or genuinely needed or not, are not relating to the personal information or not. not, that we have to check, and then we have to fill. First we have to just take care of this particular mail. If it is the same mail ID from the particular bank, we have to just open the bank website. We have to cross check in the contact. If it is there, we have to call back to the bank, and then we have to get confirmation about the bank. And also, while giving some of the details, we have to hide some information, so that even it is a genuine mail, we should take care of about the personal information we are providing, right? So this is another example. And types of other types of computer based social engineering technique are phishing, farming, malvertising, spear phishing, SMS phishing, voice phishing, and whaling. So phishing is nothing but an attacker presents to a user a link or an attachment that looks like a valid trusted resource, right? When the user clicks it, it will be prompted to disclose confidential information such as username and the password. This is a simple example of the phishing mail. So payment confirmation, some message body where it has been written that thank you for your order, regret to inform you that the item is in the back order. The purpose of this mail is to confirm whether or not payment has been made for the attached order. Otherwise, we will charge you some amount in the business days. Kindly confirm receipt and advise. So they have given some email attachments to us. So this looks like it's a genuine mail. It has come from the genuine resource. So what we do, we'll just click on it and we confirm. So we will be confirming the mail attachment. When we try to open this attachment, it contains some Trojan and can compromise user system to steal some sensitive information like our photos, some other details that are stored on our system will be stolen by this particular mail, right? So farming is another type of the phishing, where is the term used to describe a threat actor redirecting a victim from a valid website or a resource to the malicious one that could be made to appear as the valid site to the user. So here attacker will create a duplicate website which will look similar to that of the original website. From here, an attempt is made to extract confidential information from the user or to install malware in the victim's system. Farming can be done by altering the host file on the victim system through the DNS poisoning or by exploiting a vulnerability in the DNS server. So this is a simple example of farming. So the web page looks similar to that of the Flipkart, but whenever we look at the website link, it's different. All right, so it looks similar as that of the original website, but when we give some username password, so it will be so attractive that they will just pay some price as very low to the specific item that will get attracted to it, and when we click on this, it will be redirected to a web page that will be asking us to enter some details. From there, it will be redirecting to the attacker's website where he takes whatever the details we give here, right? So this is another example. This is a original one. This is a duplicate one. So here, see at the web page, amazon.de. So see this particular web page. So it's having another DNS name, right? Domain name is different here. So the look is similar. So whenever we give like username, password here, like this is a duplicate website, so we'll be giving as if it is original. We'll be giving our username, password, click on the login, it will be redirected to the website of attacker. where whatever the data we have given here will be taken to him, will be gathered by him, and he will be storing it for taking a revenge on us, right? So this is how the forming mainly occur. Client, first the attacker injects a fake DNS. That means he will generate a fake website with the DNS, fake DNS will be created. The look of the website will same as that of the original website. So he will inject that fake DNS entry into DNS server. Now the client will issue the request to the real website. So when he issues the real website, it will be redirected to the fake website. Request results to the fake website. In the fake website, whatever we give, that will be stored by the attacker in his database, right? This we call it as farming. The following steps are illustrated. First, the step is user Omar visits a legitimate website and clicks a legitimate link. Right. So in the step 2, Omar's site is system is compromised. The host file is modified, and the Omar is redirected to the malicious site and appears to be a legitimate. Right. So malicious site which look like a legitimate site. So this could be accomplished by compromising the DNS server or spoofing a DNS reply. In the step 3, malware is downloaded and installed on the Omar's system. Right. Next type is malvertising. So malvertising is similar to the farming. However, it involves using the malicious ads in the attack. So in other words, malvertising is an act of incorporating malicious ads on the trusted websites, which results in the users' browsers being inadvertently redirected to the sites hosting malware. So here he will inject some malicious ads that mainly by attracting the victim, and if the victim clicks on the particular ads, it will be redirected to the sites hosting the malware on the victim's system. So this is an example. You want some amount, so when you click download, automatically what happens? Redirects to the website of containing some malware, and that will be installed on your system and your system get crashed. Right. So how malvertising works is user he will be visiting to the trusted website. From the trusted website, user metadata will be taken by advertising network, and from the advertising network, malicious banner or malicious ad will be injected into this trusted website. When the user click on this malicious banner, it will be redirected to the drive by download. That means the particular attacker what he will do is he will be keeping a functionality such that when the user click on the particular link, automatically some set of the softwares get installed on the victims or the user system. Here the attacker will be injecting this malicious banner into advertisement network, and from the advertisement network it will be injected into the trusted website. This is the process of how malvertising works. The following steps are illustrated. First step, user Michael visits a legitimate website and clicks malicious ad. So in the second step, Michael is redirected to the malicious site. In the third step, malware is downloaded and installed on the Michael system and steal confidential information or even crash the system of the Michael. And next one is a sphere phishing. It's also a type of a phishing. It's a special case where the phishing attack is constructed in a very specific manner, way and directly targeted to a specific individuals or the companies. So not anyone, but he will just concentrate on a specific person on which he want to take a revenge. The attacker studies the victim and the victim's organization in order to be able to make the mails look legitimate, and perhaps makes them to appear to come from the trusted users within the corporation. right? So this is a simple example from Michael Greg Omar Santos. To him the mail has been written, and please review this chapter. This is just a message that is been sent from Michael to Omar, so asking him to review whatever the chapter that he has been attached to this particular mail. So this mail shown that a threat actor has become aware that Michael and Omar are writing a book. The threat actor impersonates as Michael and sends a mail asking Omer to review the document. When the attachment is opened, the system is compromised and the malware is installed on the Omer system. Now Omer thinks that the mail has been sent from the Michael, so the Michael is the person who has attacked him, but it's not the case. In the middle of the Omer and the Michael, the third person will be involved, and he will be acting like he will be impersonates as a Michael, and he will be doing all the activities that the Michael wants to do, right? Next is SMS phishing. Because phishing has been an effective tactic for the threat actors, they have found ways other than using the mails to fool their victims into following malicious links or activating malware from emails. The number of phishing campaigns have used short message service to send malware or malicious links to the mobile devices. So one example of SMS phishing is Bitcoin related SMS scams that have surfaced in the recent years. Numerous victims have received messages instructing them to click the links to confirm their accounts and claim the Bitcoins. When a user clicks on a link, she might be fooled into entering sensitive information on that attacker's site. So this is a simple example. You have selected for the free Best Buy gift card. Reply yes to claim your prize to get your now only 43 left. Text out to remove. So just if at all you mention yes, so then they will be giving some instructions of asking different types of information, and when you enter the information, they will ask you to pay some money, and after that they will be blaming you, asking different types of them different amounts, or else they will just try to blackmail you based upon the information you input, or else you might be getting these types of the messages like, congratulations, you came first in the today's Amazon Fitness watch raffle, click the link to arrange delivery. So based upon your activities, they just trace each and every activity of yours, and based upon that they will be sending to attract you and gain some information from you. And next is the voice phishing. It's a type of the phishing. We can even also call as a wishing. Name of for the social engineering attack carried out over the telephone conversation. So attacker pursues user to reveal the private personal financial information or the information about another person or a company through the phone call. So he will just ask different types of the questions, and based upon the answers he used to either note down or record all the answers, and that information will be used by him. The attacker might impersonate and spoof caller ID to obfuscate themselves, that means to hide themselves when performing the voice phishing attack. They might even change their voice or use some AI voice that changes the voice, and they will just call to a random number and they will ask information. Or they will say like, you have won this, give your information or give your address so that we can address you the gift. All those things might occur. Okay. Next one is a whaling. It's similar to phishing or the spear phishing. However, with whaling, the attack is targeted at the high-profile business executives and key individuals in a corporation. So, what is the difference between whaling and spear phishing is like threat actors conducting spear phishing attack. Threat actors conducting whaling attack also creates emails and web pages to serve the malware or collect sensitive information. However, whaling attackers' emails and pages have a more official or serious look and feel. Whaling mails are designed to look like a critical business mails or something from the someone who has legitimate authority either externally or even internally from the company inside. Right. So in the whaling attack, web pages are designed to especially address high profile victims. In regular phishing attack, email might be faked, warning from a bank or the service provider. In whaling, the email or the web page would be created with more serious executive level form. The content is created to target an upper manager such as a CEO or an individual who might have credentials for valuable accounts within the organization. Whaling attack takes additional steps to target and entice high profile victims. The main goal of the whaling attack is to steal sensitive information or compromise the victim's system and then target other key high profile victims. Could use multifaceted attacks, also known as combined social engineering attacks. So for instance, an attacker would send a spear phishing mail to the victim and then follow up with a phone call. This makes an attack even more effective. Thank you. This is all about the social engineering and the different types of the phishing attacks. So when we go through this particular video, you can just come to know what is meant by social engineering, what are the different types of social engineering techniques involved, and how the attacker perform each of these social engineering technique. And also you can come to know about the different types of the phishing techniques, how the attacker do different types of or create different types of malicious links to get the information from the victim, and also he will be doing the phishing attack for installing some malicious software on the victim's system. So this is all about the social engineering and phishing. Thank you.